Hey everybody. So I wanted to come on here and do a vibe check, a new moon vibe. The energy that I'm channeling is it really lines up with everything that's with a lot of the conversations going on right now with the dynamic between men and women, and how more and more women are choosing to stay single. More and more women are choosing themselves because they're finding it difficult to find men that are mentally and emotionally stable and available. Women finally over just male dominated dumb shit, the patriarchy, the manosphere. And women have really been releasing their anger. Women have been, I feel like, gaining a lot of clarity and awareness into the reality of the dysfunction of men. And because women are in this era now, like I said, the energy that I was channeling has just been pretty heavy with these kinds of vibes. So I feel like that's a part of what's going on. I feel like there are people in a situation where you may be living with somebody, you may be considering moving in with somebody, and you feel like this isn't working out. The relationship isn't what you thought it was going to be. The person isn't holding up their end of the bargains like they said they were going to. You just may be feeling or seeing red flags. And for some of you, it's not something that you're feeling anymore. It's at a point where you're seeing it now. Like I said, this situation I feel like may have started off as something really small. You know, like, again, a lot of women are raised to believe, like, when you get into a relationship, like, you take on your role. If you're a woman, you're supposed to cook, you're supposed to clean. And I feel like some of you might be in that role and it's not what you thought it was going to be. You may not be feeling like the work you do is appreciated. Again, we know what it is. We know this. We know what it is when, like I said, women are struggling to maintain relationships out of a social norm or to have social currency. A lot of people will get into a relationship because they just don't want to be alone. And like I said, this is a conversation that's being had all over different platforms, different cultures. Like I said, a lot of women, and not just females, but men as well, that may be struggling with, like I said, the typical role of the aggressive male. So like I said, people in relationships, living with someone, maybe considering living with someone, I really feel like all signs are saying no go. I really feel like someone is in a situation right now where it's choosing to be single is for the best. And like I said, I really feel like some of you are out here feeling the red flags. You're seeing the red flags. For some of you, there may have even been a betrayal. And for some of you, it might be happening at the worst time. Some of you may have been thinking, not my man, not my relationship. And then you find out like this person has somebody pregnant on the side or something like that. And this happening is giving you an awakening. I feel like somebody is really, like I said, coming into an awakening, coming into an awareness And if you're in a situation like this, there is divine guidance. I really want people to understand, like, see the divine guidance in this. Don't fight it. Don't try to hold on to it. See the divine guidance in this. See God trying to lead you to choose yourself first and learn a little bit more lessons, learn more about who you are, learn more about your identity before someone else comes along. So I really feel like someone wasn't clear with their intentions. And that might be an issue. Like, somebody made it seem like they were intending to do one thing, but then, like I said, something else is happening. And like I said, it's when you're in a relationship, you can't always expect someone to do what you think they would do, or do what you would do, or know how to be honest and know how to communicate. A lot of issues that happen in relationships are things that could be resolved very simply. But a lot of people, especially men, lack the communication skills, lack the emotional availability and mental fortitude, mental and emotional fortitude to really see a lot of these relationships all the way through. And instead of, being honest, or instead of waiting, like, maybe I need to take my time, a lot of people just forge ahead and, rely on faith and rely on a wing and a prayer. And like I said, more and more people are seeing that it's just not working. So I want a lot of people to see these happenings as a way of find the silver lining in it, is what I'm trying to say. And I know when you're going through something that's a horrible thing, you don't want to hear anybody telling you anything good. But at the end of the day, what's good about this is if you still have your life and your mind intact, you are doing very well. Don't let anybody get you to a point where you are stressed out, to where you can't think properly, you can't rest properly, you can't earn money. Like, all these things that, unfortunately, being in a relationship should make all of these things better. But we are living under demon time right now, and I need for people to really understand that we are living in complete demon time right now. So a lot of people don't have, like I said, the mental and emotional fortitude to survive when these attacks happen. And like I said, they've been on repeat. These things have been happening in cycles. And because we're blind to it, they keep happening. So take this time to be, like, really honestly look at your relationships. And like I said, I really feel like the vibe that's happening right now is more and more people are coming into the awareness of needing to choose themselves, needing to focus on themselves, needing to take time to focus on the simple things, focus on who you are, focus on who you are independent of relationships, titles, and all the things that you think will make you better socially or make people accept you. The only person that needs to accept you is you. For some women, I really feel like some women or some people in a situation may be finding it hard to, like I said, move forward. Some people are just like caring too much, which is another Achilles heel that women have been programmed to have, caring too much, that needing that validation, like it's costing people their lives, which is something else that I am channeling. I'm really feeling like for some people, this betrayal, whatever it was, for some people, this betrayal is a violation on a level to where somebody might lose their livelihood. Somebody might even lose their life over this. I really feel like this is a serious betrayal. Somebody did something very dangerous, very I don't know. I just really feel like somebody really crossed the line, and it wasn't worth it. Like, I really feel like the reasons why somebody chose what they did was like it could be like over a little bit of money, a little bit of attention, um, what, like I said, none of this shit is new. Like, but this is what I'm feeling like. Somebody was like really looking for somebody to stand and really be solid, and somebody chose quicksand. This is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like somebody stepped off their solid rock and jumped right into quicksand. And this quicksand is something that you can't get pulled out of. Somebody allowed themselves to get talked into for whatever reason, or decided for whatever reason to, like I said, step off of their solid rock and jump into quicksand. Somebody made a poor choice over a poor amount of money is what I'm picking up. And I feel like this might be a pattern with someone that somebody is realizing needs to come to an end. So like I said, there are going to be endings in this. Because like I said, somebody is finally having the clarity that they need. Somebody's finally seeing someone or a situation for what it is, seeing that it's not going to get better, that these are patterns that someone has. They're not just making the same old mistakes. They're making the same old choices. I feel like this is something that somebody is choosing to do, and there's something that this is someone's pattern. So I feel like somebody might try to like finesse their way out of it, like it was just a mistake, and I'm feeling like whatever the situation is, it's not a mistake. This is this person's pattern. This is what this person does. This is how this person is. And they're not going to change. This is their pattern, is what I'm picking up. And I feel like this betrayal, whatever it is, this is someone's final straw. This is someone's last straw. Somebody is seeing someone now for the clarity. They have the clarity that they need. Like this, okay, I get it now. This person isn't going to change. This isn't just a mistake that they've made here and there. This is a pattern with someone. Mistakes are things that you don't, that happen randomly that you have no control over. But choices you have control over. And this is a situation where I feel like somebody had full control over their mind. It wasn't a random happenstance. They didn't just fall down. This is a choice that somebody made. And like I said, the regret is real. Like I said, somebody had something real. Somebody had a solid foundation. And they let something silly, something trivial, make them choose bad. So, like I said, it all ties in because, like I said, that's the conversation now about the dynamics that we have in our relationships and how a lot of them end up in power struggles. But what can be expected in a capitalistic society when everything is about power and domination? It's a matter of time before our relationships are eroded by that very thing. So, it's unfortunate. And like I said, I wish more people took it more seriously. But, you can't make people value the things that you value. You can't make people cherish the things that you cherish. The only thing you can do is, like I said, protect the things that are valuable to you. You can't leave these things in other people's hands. And when it comes to relationships, unfortunately, a lot of people are realizing that. What is a friend today? Like I said, in a capitalistic society, in late stage hellscape capitalism, what the fuck is a relationship? When everybody's out here trying to get it, and it gets harder and harder to get. What is a relationship when you have to scramble and life is, reduced down to a game and everybody's scratching and surviving? How long can we relate to each other in an environment like that? But, that's why these things are happening. That's why people's eyes are opening, because these things are changing. We are redefining our dynamics, and that's like the takeaway that I want to give for people to take these situations to redefine your dynamics and how you relate to people, and how you care for people, how you care for yourself, your boundaries, your expectations that you're setting. Take this time. We all should be taking this time to just redefine and recollect our values and our relationships and how we relate to one another. Because this is just, like I said, especially with you, everything on the media. Like, I know for me right now, like I'm not like a big social media person, but I do like to take breaks because it's hard. It's really heartbreaking these days. Like these days, like when social media first started, it was like, okay, it was fun, it was cute, but now you get to see in real time, like so many things, and it's bittersweet. It's helpful, but at the same time, like it's really sad, when you see so many celebrities and public figures losing their lives, losing their livelihood. The scandals continue, the accountability continues. Like I said, we're in it right now. We're in it. So, like I said, and because we're in it, I want people to be mindful to redefine your relationships, redefine your goals in life, redefine and figure out who you are and what you want and what you truly desire in life. And try to get to a point where you desire only what is yours, only what God wants for you, only what God has made special for you. I also feel like I said, it could be related or it could be a separate situation. But like I said, I also feel like there may be, and hopefully this message is coming in divine timing, because I feel like there's something that someone is working on, something that is in its development stages. Again, this could be a pregnancy, but there is growth and development that I'm picking up, and around money. Like I said, this could be a situation where somebody felt like they had enough money saved up to where they wanted to start a family, and some type of betrayal is putting a hold on that. Like I feel like somebody has like a nest egg saved up, and they feel like financially they could handle the responsibility of family, of a child, of a commitment, but then somebody is seeing something happen and the red flags are flagging. And this might be showing somebody that, you know what, this is a bad time for a pregnancy. This is a bad time to move forward. Hold on to your nest egg. Hold on to what you got. Or somebody may be trying to get a piece of that nest egg. Either way, whatever is going on, like I said, it's for, like I said, if you're a woman and you are working on something, again, I know for a long time, it's so programmed in women that we really feel like we have to have someone on our arm in order to do anything. We can't go anywhere alone. We can't achieve anything alone. Like you just have to have. Some women really are like really stuck. And no, not me and him, or not me and her. No. And yeah, it's not working out. And like I said, for people who like were really like, no, not me, blah, blah. See this as a blessing. See God trying to save you from your future. It's just the time that we're living in right now. It's just the times that we're in. Things change. Just like there were times where, you couldn't get alcohol readily available. So at the time people did what they had to do. It was like, okay, all right, I just can't get it right now. Okay, it's just the times that we're living in. It's there used to be Jim Crow. Like this is the time that we're living in. The times of, less marriages, less children. This is a time that we're living in. And instead of acting like it and being mad about it and being in denial about it and trying to fix it, fix yourself. That's it. That's the only person you can control and you can fix is yourself. What else? Yeah, don't force anything. Don't try to move forward. I really feel like this something needs to come to an end. Some type of relationship needs to come to an end. And like I said, if some of you are feeling the red flags, seeing the red flags, don't ignore it. Leave. Don't ignore it. If you feel like this person isn't holding up their end of the bargain, if you feel like your intuition is always saying something is off, whatever it is, let it go. This is the times that we are living in. Stop fighting it. Stop fighting against the current and go with it. Whatever is falling apart, and I even see that in the spirit, something falling apart, something crumbling apart, and then it magically coming back together better than it was before it fell apart. So let this fall apart. Let it fall away. Let people let you. If you need to cut people off, cut them off. If you need to take some time for yourself, take it. If somebody's not lining up to what you need, don't compromise. This is just the times that we are living in. Don't fight it. Don't feel like, it'll never get better. It will. It will. You just have to choose yourself first and be content with that choice. Don't choose you in hopes of, okay, let me be single for a little while and hopefully I'll find somebody. Or let me be celibate for a little while. Hopefully I'll find somebody. This might be a lifelong path. For some of you, it may be, it may not be. I don't know. I'm just saying, just let go. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Because these days, the demonic activity is at an all-time high. Let everything fake go. Is the best thing I can say. Let it go. There's a lot of, like I said, I tried to say these things and without, I'm not trying to cause fear. I'm not trying to fear monger women, but a lot of y'all need to open your eyes to the fact that a lot of married women die at the hands of their husbands. A lot of women in committed relationships, a lot of women that live with their significant others, live with their spouse, a lot of them end up dying. And a lot of times in these murders, these killings, they go unsolved. They go completely unsolved. A lot of people, will grow up thinking, oh, my mother was sick or she was in an accident. And no, she was not sick. She wasn't in an accident. She was killed. She was murdered. Because men for a long time have no clue how to handle their emotions, how to use their words. And again, in late stage capitalistic hell, you can't expect nothing else. When everything is a war machine, you can't expect men to show up emotionally and mentally sound and stable. That's a fallacy and a lie. We have got to let this go. If family means anything to you, it's just let it go, ladies. Let it go. And let what's new come. And let all this old, ancient, slavey, Jim Crow, patriarchy, everything must die, warfare machine bullshit go. Okay? Those are the vibes that I'm feeling. And like I said, this doesn't have to be necessarily romantic relationships. Because I'm feeling like for some of you, this betrayal, I'm feeling like this could be a family dynamic. This could be a friendship. This could be a romantic thing. However the connection is. If you need to let it go, let it go. Because I really truly feel like there's better for whoever needs to let go. And like I said, I feel like there are some of you, I really feel like some of you are at a place where you see like this is the pattern, like this is just who somebody is. And once you have that clarity, staying sometimes can equal death. Sometimes once you see something for exactly how you need to see it, you got to make a move. You got to make a move. So, yeah, those are the vibes. Stay safe, communicate, do what's best for you, stay out of mess, stay out of drama. All shit we should know to do, but, you know, whatever. These are the vibes. Good people. Stay blessed.